Haley, Danny, and Kristen, it's me, and it's Thursday! Woo! Okay, so today what I'm going to talk about is, let me close the window. Sorry about that. So today what we're going to talk about is the whirlwind of romance between Zelda and F. Scott Fitzgerald. So F. Scott Fitzgerald was born in the late 1800s and was raised in the, I'll be darned, Midwest, and he was going to eventually go to Princeton. He'll drop out, go to World War I. However, the war will be almost over when he joins, and he eventually becomes a part of the lost generation. So he spends the next few years just socializing, figuring out what he's going to do as a writer, and it's Zelda at a country club. He's completely head over heels for her because she's just the perfect woman. She comes from high society in the South. She's very talented, she's cultural, she can dance, she's just, he's completely just swooning over her. And yeah, he's just, yeah. So they get engaged, and Zelda, being afraid of her financial security and living a lower lifestyle than what she did growing up, calls off the engagement when F. Scott Fitzgerald's first book may not even get published. And, that insecurity and grasp onto materialistic possessions causes her to call off the marriage. However, Fitzgerald wouldn't give up on her. Once he got the go for his book to get published, he comes back, please take me back, and she takes him back. So they get married. And his first few novels, success, so much money coming in, and they just go travel the world. They are complete, just so flippin' cool. They travel the world, they see different places, they drink fancy wine, they write, just the perfect romance, and he has no problem supporting her lifestyle because he has all the money he needs to, give her all the clothes, the alcohol, anything she wants, Zelda can have. So, Zelda gets pregnant, and the start of the family, and little Scotty is born. And as Zelda is coming out of anesthesia, she says the words like, I hope she's a beautiful little fool. It's all the world can be. She's so Daisy. It's amazing how F. Scott Fitzgerald, he basically writes an autobiography in his novels. So, baby's born, again, living the high life, think everything is okay. However, the interest in F. Scott Fitzgerald's works goes down, and they end up losing money because Fitzgerald decides, rather than saving and living by their means, he continues to support Zelda's really luxurious lifestyle, and they end up, having to move to Hollywood, and he ends up having to write just scripts and short stories for MGM. He actually wrote some work for Gone with the Wind, but it never made it to the film, unfortunately. So, yeah. And, yeah, so he takes up some jobs in Hollywood, and a little bit later, Zelda has a mental breakdown. And after that, the marriage is never the same. Fitzgerald, rather than dealing with it, who's already dealing with his own problems with alcoholism, decides to ship her off to her hometown to a psych ward, where she'll receive electroshock therapy and spend the rest of her life writing a novel that she'll never finish and painting. And that's where she will die. And about a year after she's at the psych ward, he begins an affair with a gossip journalist. He eventually dies in 1940. He just goes away to his house saying, I have tuberculosis, but most people don't buy it, and they think it's because of his alcoholism, which is most likely true. And he dies of a massive heart attack. It's just crazy. Absolutely crazy. I'm sorry, 1939. Correction. And Zelda, about 10 years later, she's awaiting electroshock therapy, and a fire breaks out in the psych ward, and she dies there. So, At the beginning, it seemed like it was the perfect romance. At the end, just shambles. Which is just, wow. But, yep, that's my little 411 on Zelda and F. Scott Fitzgerald. I'll see you guys tomorrow. We're seeing the vow. So excited. And, yeah, happy Thursday.